Ya, Siribunde. Welcome to a very rainy day here in Istanbul. It's so rainy I couldn't walk out. Why? Because I have no umbrella. So when it's raining like this, I'm gonna be streaming from home. And yeah, I'm at home. And having my own coffee, waiting for you guys to come on, do a little chit chat. Yeah, today it's likely gonna just rain like this all day. And so it's gonna be a stay home day for me, ordering takeouts. Hmm. This is how much weather affects my daily life, like whether or not I leave home or what I do, it's all depend on weather. If it's raining, I don't go out. If it's not raining but it's cloudy, I go out and outdoors. If it's cloudy, when it's sunshine but that I can go somewhere to hide, I'll go out to a cafe. Yeah, basically my daily life, it's pretty much completely determined by the weather. It's a completely different lifestyle, yeah, because for most modern people, like regardless of the weather, you do what you do, like pretty much the same every day. Or for me, the weather determines pretty much how I live my life, like pretty much everything I do on a daily basis is all about the weather. If it's too hot, too cold, it's too rainy, too sunshine, I stay home. Yeah. Let's see who comes on. Just sitting around waiting for people to come on. 안녕하세요. 좋은 아침이에요. 오늘은 이스탄불에서 아주 홀딱 비 오는 날이라 오늘은 간단하게 집에서 방송할게요. 자, 방송 봐줘서 감사합니다. Off to a very slow start today. Nobody on. Like I said, this is for those of you who are new to my live stream, wondering what the hell is happening. This guy's just here, not talking about anything, not doing anything. This is a live stream where every morning here in Istanbul. Yes, I'm in Istanbul. 1 year, 2 months here in Istanbul, and 1 year, 3 months actually. And I go to a different place or location. If it's not raining or snowing and very bad weather, today it's it's still raining out there and I don't have umbrella. So when it's raining out there, I simply don't go out. I just stream at home, where I'll grab a coffee, show you guys something about Istanbul if I'm out there. Otherwise, grab a coffee, talk about anything and everything in life, right? Happens from 10 a.m. Turkish time onwards. Yep. Which is as such, this is as you can see, it's a live chat. It's a chit chat, yeah? Which means that I don't actually like start my live stream every day with something to say, I have nothing to say. I don't even prepare, like I don't even have an idea, like something to talk about at all. To me, it's just like me grabbing a coffee with a bunch of friends, and then we just chit chat about anything and everything. So it's a chit chat, right? When there's nothing to chat, we just quietly have coffee. It's this kind of a live stream. Yeah, I know, like when you go on other people's live stream, they either have like a topic they talk about or they're doing something like playing music or whatever. Yeah, my live stream is very likely the most boring live stream you ever come across, where I pretty much prepare nothing. I have nothing to say. But sometimes they like, the weather is good. And to me, good weather doesn't mean like bright sunny weather. The good weather is nice and cloudy, no sun, no rain, no snow. Okay, that's a good weather. I'll go out there and then show you guys some interesting things about my area here in Istanbul. Yep. Been living in Istanbul 1 year, 3 months. So do join me, and yep, it's kind of like a buddies chat kind of thing. Seems nobody's gonna be on today. Bad weather and very very quiet day. 실시간 채팅에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 개인정보를 보호하고 유튜브 커뮤니티 가이드를 준수하는 것을 잊지 마세요. Welcome to the live chat, and do not forget to adhere to the YouTube community guidelines and protect yourself. Protect your personal information. 자세히 알아보기. 저희 라이브 챗 환영합니다. 저희 라이브 스트림은 그냥 매일매일 여기 이스탄불이잖아요. 여기 이스탄불 아침에 제가 이스탄불 한 카페 아니면 한 장소 가서 재미있는 이야기하고 그냥 커피 마시면서 재미있는 이야기 이렇게 소통하고 그다음에 어떤 재미있는 이스탄불의 뭐 그것을 보여주는 것이에요. 그러니까 매일매일 10시 반 아침 10시 반 터키 시간 아침 10시 반에 시작되고 더 많은 사람들이 사랑해 주시면 좋겠습니다. 감사합니다. So it seems like nobody's gonna be on today. Over 10 minutes, so yep, if nobody's gonna be on today, I'm just gonna call it a day. Oh, Elma, hi, welcome. I thought nobody's gonna be on. No, like if I turn around, nobody's posting. I'm just gonna end for the day. 10 minutes and nobody's on. Well, good. Today is a very rainy day here in Istanbul. That's why I'm not going out. That's why I'm streaming from home. When it's rainy, sunny, snowing, actually snowing, I still go out. But raining and sunny, no go out. Sunny, maybe I still go out to a cafe. But raining is like a no, not at all. Why? Because I don't even have an umbrella at home. Why do I not have an umbrella at home? Because I don't need an umbrella. If it's raining, I just stay at home. Why should I like go through the inconvenience of going out with an umbrella? Yeah. So pretty much the weather determines my daily routine a lot. No, like every day to me, like like modern people, you no longer live your life according to the weather, right? But I still do. To me, every day I need to check the temperature, check the weather, and I would determine what I'm gonna do based on what the weather is. Really, I'm like a urban farmer. Like most people, like modern people has like designed your life in such a way that it's got nothing to do with the weather anymore, isn't it? Like whether rain or shine, snow or storm, you will still do what you decided to do the day before, right? Or what you were supposed to do. But not me, To me, the weather is everything. The weather determines everything. What I do, if I do, yeah. And welcome, Elmer. Welcome. Nice to see you. Oh, Rehan from India. Namaskaram, Bharata. Welcome. Where in Bharata are you from? I don't like to call India because India is like the English name for the Indus region, but Bharata is the proper name for the country. For those of you who don't know, the country you call India is actually called Bharata. The country you call China is actually called 中国 or 中华人民共和国. The country you call Korea is actually called Tehanmingu. The country you call Japan is actually called Nihon. And so the country you call India is actually called Bharata. The country you call Turkey, here I am in Turkey. I can prove that I'm in Turkey right now because right now I'm at home. Yeah, today is a very rainy day, so I decided to stream from home. But Turkey is Turkey. Yeah, Turkey is the actual name. I actually like Turkey better than Turkey because Turkey is like what? That is the thing you eat during Thanksgiving, so. And if you're new to my live stream, welcome. This is a live stream where every morning here in Istanbul, I've been living in Istanbul for 1 year and 3 months now. I go to a different location, show you guys something about Istanbul, and then grab a coffee and then chit chat about anything, everything in life. Okay. But today it's raining. It kept raining today. So if it's raining, I can't go out because I have no umbrella. Right? I don't want to get myself all wet. So when it's raining like this, I stream from home. This is my humble apartment here in Beşiktaş area, Istanbul. And if you like this manner of a live stream, welcome. This happens 10:30 a.m. Turkish time daily. This is episode 102. Welcome to my live stream. It's a live stream where I come on with nothing to say and nothing to do. It's a chit chat, just like friends sitting together, grabbing a coffee, and then chit chat. Rehan, how is your day going? Oh, I just started. I just woke up not so long ago. It's a 10:30 a.m. Turkish time. Yeah. Let me show you guys what the weather looks like today. See, gloomy and rainy. You can't see, but it's actually raining. You can't see, but it's actually raining. Let me look carefully. Look carefully if it's still raining. Yep, it's still raining. You can't see on camera this kind of rain, but it's still raining. As you can see, buildings. You can't even see buildings in the far distance anymore, because of the rain. Yep. So this is a rainy and quite cold morning here in Istanbul. I think today's weather is like 6 degrees Celsius here in Istanbul. Yeah. And therefore, this is why I am streaming from home. Elmer, we should use the same names for countries that the people in the countries use. Exactly. Just like you should use the same name as the actual name of the person. Do you know, like, so many names, right, got English fight, so many names of people got English fight. Just like my friend next door, his name is Yais. Yais. It's a Turkish name, Yais. But English, when he goes to New York, they will call him Yagis. Like, why can't you just pronounce people's name as it is? Why do you have to, like, change the name? Which is why right now, we, instead of one Abrahamic religion, we end up with one Abrahamic and one Ibrahimic religion. Just to stretch it, okay? I don't want to go too much into this. Rihan, do you live in Turkey? Yep. Been living here in Turkey, Istanbul, Beşiktaş area. 1 year, 3 months right now. Yep. And over the course of my live stream, I've been showing you guys interesting things that most people would not see and experience in Istanbul if you're a tourist. Yeah, I show you guys the real life of Istanbul. Good morning, Tressa. Good morning. And yeah, but because like today is if you Rihan, if you watch my live stream, yesterday's live stream, go to my channel and go to the video section and then watch yesterday's live stream. I show you guys the very beautiful Bosphorus Straits of Istanbul yesterday when the weather was good. Okay, but today it's raining non-stop today, so I'm not gonna go out today. I live my life 100% by the weather. The daily weather determines what I do daily. Yeah, I'm still like a farmer, urban farmer. I know, like, modern lifestyles these days, people don't care about the weather anymore. But hey, I'm actually quite surprised to know that some people, they go through an entire day without actually knowing what weather the day has been. Yeah, modern people, this severe disconnect from nature is actually a pandemic by itself. Because when you disconnect with nature, then you will never be able to cohabit with nature. And then so therefore you start, like we see every day, you start destroying nature, you start seeing animals as dangerous, that sharks eat human. No, when you find your way back to the reconnection with nature, animals love you. Animals don't see you as food, unless they are hungry enough to do so, that they'll eat anything. Actually, animals are, even sharks, okay, they're not stupid, they have preferences, okay. And bony human being with this little meat is usually very low on their choice of food, All these things happening is because they don't see you. They don't see most human beings as part of nature. They see human beings as invaders to nature, and therefore they're attacking humans because of that. Why? This comes from our disconnect from nature. The feeling of disconnect from nature itself disconnects you from the sameness or oneness of all other animals in the world. And therefore, animals instinctively will see you as Namia Nam, Dauriani and Namia, as something else. Yeah, and therefore aggressive towards you. And all these things start from something as small as you going through the whole day without knowing what the weather was, without knowing even what time the sun rise or if the sun rose or not. So many people live their life like that these days. For me, the weather determines my life every single day. I know exactly what's the temperature every day. I know exactly when the sun rise or not, whether it's cloudy, rainy, snowing or not, every day. I'm fully connected with nature. When the sun sets, I sleep. I sleep very early. When the sun sets, I sleep. Sometimes, okay, sometimes I need to do some stuff at night, but most times I sleep very early. When the sun sets, I start to sleep. When the sun rises, I start to wake. 100% living by nature. And good morning, Alpha is from Kathmandu, Nepal. Nice to see your real name again. But Alpha, let me ask you, what is the native name of Nepal? What do you guys call Nepal? Is it Nepal? What do you guys call Nepal? Because today we are discussing this thing about the actual name of countries, not the American given name or the UK given name, but the real name. Like, start to respect the real actual names of all these countries. So what is the actual name what do you guys as locals call your country in Nepal? What do you call Nepal? Rihan, can you read that thing written on your shirt? Yeah, of course. Yujinkan Hombu. This is my dojo in Japan. May, good morning, May. Good evening, May from Singapore. And yes, for those of you in East Asia, Gong Shi Fa Chai Sei Po Mani Bada Seyo is still kind of like within the Spring Festival and Solao period. Yeah. Actually, in China, like I said, I spent about 10 years in China, 5 years in Beijing, 5 years in Shanghai. The Spring Festival, or what you guys call Chinese New Year, is not called Chinese New Year, by the way. It's called Spring Festival. It's Chunjie. Lasts for actually an entire month. Oh, not even an entire week anymore. And then they reduced it to 1 week. It's sometime, I don't know, a long time ago, when I was still there. If not before, it was 1 whole month. Okay, it's that big a festival in China. Then they reduced it to 1 week. I think they further reduced it to just 3 days these days. I'm not sure. I left China for too long. May 新年快乐，身体健康，万事如意，心想事成。哇 ，Thank you, thank you. This is the China style. China style. This is the Korean style. Korean 새해 복 많이 받으시고요. So today we're talking about the real name of countries. Like as we were saying, India is not called India, you know. India is a name conjured up by British for people living around the Indus region. Okay. So it was never the name of that country. The name of the country is Bharata. Alright. For those most people don't know that what you call India is Bharata. What you call China, oh my god, that is a far one, man. What you call China is 中华人民共和国, is damn far. What you call Korea is Taehan Mingguk, again very far. What you call Japan is Nihon. Of course, what you call Singapore is pretty much still Singapore. Why? Because before it was called Singapore or Singapura in Malay, its actual name was Temasek. And then British came along, changed the name for 200 years, and it's been Singapore also. But you can't call it Temasek because people of Singapore don't call Singapore Temasek anymore. So it's just Singapore. So in like so many countries, very few countries where the name, the global name itself is pretty much the same name the locals call it. Singapore is one such country. Morocco is Morocco as well. I'm curious, Nepal? How about Nepal? Alphas, what's Nepal? What's Nepali to the locals? Alphas, we don't say Nepal, we say Nepal. Nepal, like this, Nepal. But still, you know, like it's still kind of like roughly the same word, yeah? Just it's the same word but different pronunciation, yeah? Nepal. But still, yeah, that is still close enough. Still, we're not talking about like complete different names, you know, like India. India and Bharata is complete different, yeah. And the name of India is Bharata. India only refers to the Indus region, which today the Indus region is not so simple anymore. Rihan, 你玩什么游戏吗? Oh, wow, you know Mandarin Chinese? Oh, like for those of you who follow me long enough, like I have only 2 hobbies that I have kept up for over 40 years. Yes, I'm 46 years old for those of you who don't know. There's only 2 hobbies which I've done non-stop for about 40 years. 40 years of these 2 hobbies. Number 1, martial arts. All kinds of martial arts, never stop. As you know, all the way to last year, I never stopped. All the way to this year, I never stopped. If you check me on my Instagram, I'm still posting about my practices. And second is video game. Never stop. Never stop. For 40 years, never stop. From the 286 Olympics to Pac-Man all the way to right now, Star Citizen. Yeah, right now, if you ask me if there's a video game I pretty much play as a default, is Star Citizen. Rihan, I got that translated from Google. Ah, okay, it's a Google thing. Alpha, yeah, Nepal. Nepal. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see, what other countries do we have here? St. Martin's is St. Martin's. America, United States of America, Elma is America. Yep. No other countries, yeah, here. No other countries with different name from the international name, yeah. It seems like only East Asian, like, not just East Asian, yeah. I don't know. Is Malaysia Malaysia? I'm not sure. I don't know what's the official name of Malaysia, or Indonesia, or Thailand. I know Vietnam is Vietnam, although the pronunciation is a little bit different. So it seems like it's just like kind of like the East Asian countries that got really weird names, really weird international names that are completely different from their official names. Weird. Oh, and Rihan, this is not Chinese, this is Japanese, by the way. There's a difference, yeah? There's a difference in the Japanese kanji writing and the Chinese writing. That's why I pronounce it to you in Japanese. Yu Shinkan Hongbu. But in Chinese, you probably read like Yong Jing Guan Ben Bu. Yu Shinkan Hongbu. Actually, I hadn't had a conversation in Mandarin for how many years? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 or 8 years I've not had a conversation. Maybe one conversation in Mandarin over 7 or 8 years. My Mandarin's all the way down the drain. Alphas. Yeah, India is called Bharat. No, it's Bharat and it's also Bharata. It's also Bharatan. It depends on which area of India you're talking. People from the northern part of India will call Bharat. As you go towards the south, it becomes Bharata. And when you go all the way down to the Tamil Nadu area, it becomes Bharatan. Just a different area of India, they pronounce it differently. Yeah, I know India very intimately, by the way. I know India culture, India food, India everything very intimately. Even language. So, Bharat are what people call in the more northern part. Bharatan is what towards the Tamil Nadu part. So I try to go in middle, Bharata. And Indians are not called Indians, they're called Bharatians, yeah, Bharatian. Like Koreans are not called Koreans, the Koreans are called Hangugin. Elma, yep. Seems like foreign names of places would be more similar in pronunciation to the native names for countries. Seems like the foreign names of places would be more similar pronunciation to native name for country. Not really. I find that the pronunciation very, very, very far away. The international names for certain countries are just completely different from the real names of certain countries, like India. Like India, like China. Oh, China is really, China is a joke, man. I don't know how they came out with the word China in the first place. It's like nothing relevant to the name of the country. Even at least Korea has some relevance because Korea. It's taken from Kokoryu, which is an ancient dynasty back in very long time ago, Korea. Okay, during a time where North and South Korea is still one Korea. Okay, so that's the Koryo times, and so English, the Korean use the word Korea, but the actual Korean name is Tehamingo. It's no longer Korea. It's no longer Koryo. Alpha is like Chinese are known as 中国人. Yeah, Chinese are known as 中国人. And Koreans are known as Hangugin, and Japanese are known as Nihonjin. You know, it's completely different. Rihan, do you like to eat I don't eat insects. What makes you think I like to eat insects? Astro Boy, 新年快乐. Oh, Astro Boy, 新年快乐. Astro Boy from Singapore. 新年快乐, 新年快乐. But I don't do Lunar New Year. I'm just saying this as a formality. Actually, Lunar New Year periods are the hardest periods for me. Okay, so it's nothing happy for me, to be honest. And pretty much wipe this thing out of my mind for over 20 years. So I don't actually do Lunar New Year anything. To me, it's just another day. And welcome. Wow, how come so many of you are on, but the display shows me only 3? Elma, the country names are probably so off base to disrespect the people in those. I don't know. Like I say, if you're not there to see and hear or know something, it's best to just say I don't know. Guessing creates a lot of very unnecessary problems. Jared, Rihan, your name is Jared. Hi, Colin. Oh, very rainy day today. Jared here is my best friend in here in Istanbul, by the way. British gentleman who has been living here in Turkey for 13 years with a beautiful Turkish family. Actually, he holds the Turkish passport now, so I could call him Turkish. Actually, you hold a Turkish passport, right? So you're Turkish, yeah. Rihan, your name is Basil in Turkish. Oh, really? Interesting. Colin, where you now? It's so, today I really love to go out, but it's raining. What are you guys doing? Jared lives very near my place, by the way. Jared here lives only like 5 minutes walk from my place. Rihan, why did the kid throw a stick of butter out the window? To see butterfly. Oh, that immediately made you sound like a high schooler, Rihan. You a high school student? I think Rihan is a high school student. Because honestly, no adult, 100% no adult my age, but no adults in their 20s and 30s would throw out a joke like this. Okay, immediately. 9th grade, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're schooling. Yeah, it's a school kid. Yeah, I love corny jokes. No, but these things reveal your age. Immediately I can tell about, what stage in life. I can't say age, about what stage in life you are in. When it's this kind of joke, immediately you're middle schooler, high schooler. Maybe not even high schooler, but more likely middle school and below. Yeah. I'm probably older than your father, Rihan. Honestly. For those of you who just joined me, welcome to a very rainy day here in Istanbul. When it's raining like this, I simply don't go out. Yeah. The weather determines what I do every day. It's raining, about what, maybe 7 to 9 degrees Celsius in the morning right now. And when it's raining and cold like this, and I have no umbrellas by the way, I simply don't go out. If you guys are curious, take a look. This is my apartment, and this is how Istanbul looks like this morning. This is morning here in Istanbul, about 11 a.m. in the morning. You can see the effect of the rain. It's still raining. I think it's still raining quite heavily. It's my humble apartment. My sensei, my bedroom, and my of course I call this my workstation, but it honestly don't look like much for work. Okay. Elma, why are fences around cemeteries? Answer, because people are dying to get in. That's a good one. That's a good one. People are dying to get in. This is adult-ish kind of joke, okay? Alpha is 55 Fahrenheit light rain. Yeah, here in Turkey, yeah. Oh no, this is definitely not 55 Fahrenheit. If I do my Fahrenheit correctly, this is definitely colder than 55. Today should be in the area of what? I can't do my Fahrenheit properly. This is why I cannot tell people I'm from New York, even though my home is in New York, you know. Yeah. Because I don't know the kind of stuff that New Yorkers should know, you know. Like talking in feet and inches and temperature in Fahrenheit. I can't do that. I mean, you can't do that. How you say you're from New York? Elma, if it works for you, it's great. What works for me? Nepal is 55. Nepal is always really good, nice weather. Yeah? Not so cold, not so hot. Very nice weather. Have you ever tried walking to India, Alphas, from Nepal? Have you ever tried walking from Nepal to India or Tibet? And Colleen, what are you doing? This rainy day, what are you doing? Where are you? Rihan, do you live alone? Yep, I live alone. Lo, your desk setup. What about my desk setup? Impressive? I actually have to artificially extend the desk using boards and all that stuff. Otherwise, it's too small. Actually, I really like this. Like, I set up this little corner with a fireplace. It looks very warm and cozy, you know, a fireplace and a winter coat for dogs. But I think it makes such a good decoration. Here's my workstation. Star Wars coffee. Doom, 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 doom. And man, 2 joysticks. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. And even a Lego Stream Deck. Yup. Doom, 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 doom. I really miss real coffee because, like, at home, if I'm stuck at home, right, then I only have instant coffee. My instant coffee just tastes so different from real coffee. It just tastes so different from my usual double shot Americanos. Alpha, no, I've never walked that much. I love to walk. Only when the sun is not shining. I pretty much walk anywhere and everywhere. I take like, maybe, you know, like over the past 1 year, right, I've only taken like taxi or any form of car with wheels, right, twice in 1 year. Elfest. Well, grabbing some hot tea and enjoying the rain. Same, grabbing some hot coffee and enjoying the rain as well. So right now we're doing the same thing, in Turkey and in Nepal. Nepal. Nepal, yeah? Very quiet. But then it's quiet only because I pretty much shut up all the windows. Even the main windows, I shut them all out. This is where I do my afternoon naps. Every day I need a nap. Every day from 2 to 4 p.m. is my nap time and I do it here. I don't nap on my bed ever. My bed is sacred, man. I never go onto my bed without bathing and a completely new clean clothing. Kisha, oh hi Kisha from Singapore, welcome. Hi Limpeh, today is second day of New Year. I've been napping. Oh, today for me is second day of February, and it's a very rainy day here in Istanbul. That's why I'm streaming from home today. Welcome. I hope all of you enjoy your Lunar New Year celebrations. Like I said, Lunar New Year is the hardest time in my life always. As an East Asian person living alone overseas, is very hard. So it's not a happy New Year for me ever. Hellfest. Is nap necessary for 22 years old? Really, what is it necessary? Only you know. Listen to your body. Learn to develop the sensitivity to listen to your body. Listen to the body, how much you need to sleep, how much you need to eat, how much water you need to drink. Your body will tell you. The only problem in today's society is everybody's lost that sensitivity to listen to their body. They eat by the clock. Whether or not they're hungry, they never know. They eat by emotions and they think they're hungry when they're not. They sleep because they're bored, not because they're tired. People have lost the connection. Most humans have lost the connection, not just with nature. I was talking about nature earlier on, but also lost the connection with the body because the body is part of nature, right? When you no longer have the ability to listen to your body's needs, then you start to go on the internet and start to look for like one size fit all solution. Like, oh, I'm this age, how much should I eat? I'm this age, how much should I sleep? None of this work. None of this works. There is no one size fits all until you learn to listen to your body, right? Nothing will be working optimally for you. Everybody is 100% unique. There is no one size fits all. Elma, yep. Alpha is, I sleep 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. If it works for you, it works for you, right? Depending on your lifestyle, we don't know your lifestyle. A lot more. In fact, to me, age is completely irrelevant. When you talk about anything about human beings, age is completely irrelevant, to be honest. It's all about you knowing yourself, your lifestyle, your body, your needs. Is going to be different from anybody else. It's going to even be different from your brothers and sisters that's living in the same house, So there's no way you can apply a one size fit all, like, oh, I'm 22 years old, what should I do, this, that. No, it doesn't work that way. Doesn't matter if you're 22 or 42 or 62 or 72. Okay, in the end, none of these things work by age. Age is a very irrelevant number in the end of the day, unless you make it relevant. Now, that's the problem. Most people make age relevant. It means they identify with their age, and therefore they start to play out subconsciously everything they think their age should be. If you do not allow such subconscious identity and age play to happen, age has no relevance, and age costs nothing on you at all. Age doesn't make you older. at all. Oh, that number does nothing in your life, to be honest. Keisha, it's recommended to sleep 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. I do not endorse such recommendations. It's too one size fit all. No human beings can go on one size fit all. There's no shortcuts. I'm sorry, everybody's trying to take shortcuts in everything, All these things are just shortcuts people come up with because they're too lazy to do it the proper way. The proper way is to understand our body, understand our needs, understand our lifestyles, get into a very, very good routine, and then stick to it. You are going to be different from everybody else. There's no one size fit all. Everybody's trying to use some kind of label and some kind of one size fit all as a lazy way of doing things without doing it the proper way. Just like what? Just like trying to know someone by asking, oh, where are you from? That's the lazy way of trying to know someone. That's super lazy. Because immediately you tag the person, oh, this person is Indian, so he must be he must eat biryani, he must like tandoori, and he must speak Hindi. May not be true. There's a lazy way. The human beings created a lot of lazy ways to know things, and in the end, they're always wrong. Okay, don't do the lazy way. There's no one size fit all. Okay, I always say, always try to understand yourself. You are a unique individual human being that is so different even from your twin brother and twin sister. Okay, there is no one size fit all. There is nothing other people do that you can 100% adapt as your own. You need to do it the hard way. What is the hard way? Come to a point of being able to listen to your body, listen to your lifestyle, listen to your mind, listen to life. And then from there, you take it from there. That's the only way. It's the hard way, but the only way. Alpha as well, I'm absolutely fine with this timetable. If you're fine, stick to it. If you're healthy and strong doing that, stick to it. There's no one size fit all. Right here, right now, I don't know you. I know your face, of course, from Instagram, but I don't know your lifestyle. I don't know what you do on a daily basis. I don't even know what you eat. All these things matter when it comes to giving people such advice. So, which is why it's impossible for me to give very individual advice on, oh, you need to sleep how many hours minimum, you need to do this, you need to do that. I can't do that at all because so many factors come into play, and only you know your very unique, specific combination of life that is you. Elmer, I agree. See, very few people can refute me. Most people agree with me. Hi. Oh, you guys, come on. I'm fine with disagreement. Okay? You can disagree with me. Elmer, as a twin, I agree. Even identical twins have so many differences. Yeah, exactly. I've seen twins that are so different. They only look the same, but in the end of the day, they even eat different, behave different, have different everything. So you can't even apply something that your twin is doing. What makes you think you can apply something some stranger halfway across the world on a screen is telling you to do? Yes or no? How do you apply something you search on the internet, some kind of a one size fit all thing, to how do you expect that to work for you? It cannot. It cannot work for you that way. There's no shortcut. In fact, you say 8 hours of sleep is minimum. Well, it's not. 8 hours of sleep may or may not be good for everybody. There's plenty of studies showing that 8 hours of sleep is bad for some people. For some people, 4 hours is best. For some people, 12 hours is best. For me, 14 hours is best. I sleep 12 to 14 hours a day. You have to know yourself at the end of the day. Everything, there's always a research that says this is correct. Everything has a research that says it's correct. So what is correct in the end? Nothing is correct. Only what works for you is correct. Only when you know yourself, then it's correct. Elmer, identical genes can express themselves differently. Yeah. Rihan, is 8 hours sleep enough? Depends on you. It depends on you. For me, it's not enough. For me, I do 12 hours to 14 hours of sleep a day. For some people, 3 hours is good enough. there's no one size fits all, not even when it comes to sleep, especially when it comes to sleep. Everybody tries to do a one size fit all. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. If you try to force some people to do 8 hours of sleep, they wake up feeling and looking like crap. Yeah. But then you force some people to sleep 8 hours, they look good and they feel better. It's all about you knowing yourself in the end of the day. Like I said, in this world, there is no shortcut to understanding a human being, which again, there is no shortcut to understand yourself. There's no shortcut. There's no shortcut in a relationship. How do you have a shortcut to make a girl like you? There's no shortcut. You do it the hard way. You know the person little by little over time. This is the same thing you have to do for knowing yourself. You have to know yourself and love yourself little by little over time. And then you come to a point where you know what your body needs, right? That works for you. Nothing else works for you. Nothing else. Nothing else the scientists and the schools, they say works for you, Elma, 12 to 14 hours of sleep sounds good to me. Yeah, I do 12 to 14 hours of sleep. Last night, I slept at 9 p.m. and I woke up at 10. Later, I'm still going to do my nap. So that's 13 hours and then nap another 2 hours. That's another 14 hours, right? 13 hours right there. I sleep my life away. Alphas. But if we have a bad habit of sleeping, we should correct it because it can come. Yeah, it depends on whether. That's why I say you have to know yourself. If what you're doing is healthy or not, good or bad, only you know. Nobody can say nobody can say 8 hours is good. And you should never go around telling someone who sleeps 13 hours like me that is bad. Because I look and perform better than anyone. Who can say that right now my performance in any way, including from looks to brains to anything, is lesser than anyone, especially anyone my age. Yeah. So is 14 hours of sleep bad for me? Again, do not use such overarching. Especially you have to be very careful. Alphas, you're very young. Yeah? One thing about society is this, when you give overarching advice like this, right? Or you say, oh, you're wrong, you do this, you should do that. There's two dimensions. Number one, you're actually wrong. Because like I just explained, everybody is very different and very individualized. There's enough research to show that everything is relevant. So in the end of the day, you're not even giving the right advice. And second, you only piss the person off. Yeah. A lot of relationships break up like this because of people trying to give advice they think is correct. But I'm sorry, it can never be correct. Just understand that no advice you give someone else will ever be correct because you do not live with the person. You do not even if you live with the person, it doesn't matter. Do you know your brothers and sisters well enough? You don't. Do you even know your parents well enough? You don't. Some people don't even know the real names of their parents. I don't. Yeah. So the thing is this, in the end of the day, understand deeply that human beings, every single human being is so unique that no advice taken out of context will be relevant to the person. That's if you can embrace this truth, you have much less friction in your relationships, in any form of relationships. This is one area of friction I see a lot. Astro Boy, well, what time do you go to bed if you? Oh yeah, I just explained, right? I pretty much start to sleep when the sun goes down. Like I say, my whole life is nature linked. My lifestyle is linked completely with nature. When the sun starts to set, my body starts to set. When the sun starts to rise, I start to rise. I don't use an alarm clock. I always wake up pretty much the same time. I don't even use an alarm clock. And if it's raining, I don't go out. When it's cold, I do this. When it's sunny, I do that. My whole lifestyle is linked 100% with the weather and the nature. I'm 100% nature linked. That's why animals don't ever run away from me. Snakes don't ever bite me because they see me as part of nature, Keisha, depends on quality of sleep also. Depends on so many things. Everybody is individually different. Everybody even sleeps different. So unless you have a scientist to put all the apparatus on you to find out exactly how you sleep, there's no advice you can give anyone that's going to be relevant when it comes to sleep, Alpha as well, 10 to 4 is healthy for me and my body is happy. Yep, then that's what you do. Just keep doing it. Rihan, what was your dream when you were a kid? Oh, um, all my dreams that came true. Yeah, I have quite a few dreams. All my dreams came true. My number one dream when I was a kid was to be a military officer. Okay, I wanted to be a military officer, and so I did. I was 7 years Navy officer in the Navy, right? And then after that, my other dream was to live overseas. Have live a global kind of lifestyle. Okay, and I told this dream to quite a few of my childhood friends, and I did. Yeah, I mean, still doing it. So I pretty much realized all my childhood dreams, even becoming samurai. Now I'm samurai. Yeah, in Japan. So pretty much I've done everything that I've actually pretty much fulfilled everything, every of my childhood dreams, even those that you can't talk about. I fulfilled. Yeah. Being on TV, I fulfilled. Being in the entertainment industry, doing dramas and movies, I fulfill. Being internationally known investor, I fulfill. Being on magazines, I fulfill. Being on TV, being on radio, I fulfill. Rihan, glad to hear that your hard work paid off. Yeah, hard work always paid off. Like I said, if you go to my channel and look for a playlist called Success Series, I explain to you everything, how easy it is to make every dream come true. And in fact, in the end of the day, right, this is one simple secret. You just have to keep doing that one thing you want to do for 3 to 5 years. 100% you'll come true. Very simple. Yes, just like smoking. Some are healthy, some and happy, even they are smoke like chimney. Yeah, there are some very old people, they smoke all the way to the 90 plus and they're okay. And some people, they smoke for 10 years, they get cancer. Yeah, everybody is different. And some people in their 90s, when they quit smoking, they die. Yeah, see, everybody is different. There's no one size fits all. Science is still trying to discover and understand the human body. So, which means that every single report and research that you read today are already all outdated. They are still trying to know more about the human body, how it functions, and it's still a mystery in many parts of science. So, do not take whatever you see on the internet or Google or kind of research 5 years ago, research 10 years ago, research to be gospel truth, because this thing changes. It's still changing based on new research. So if scientists know this little about human body and how it works and how much sleep we should, what makes you think you know more? Yeah? So there's no shortcut, In the end of the day, we're all just trying to know about ourselves. That's all. You can never know about anyone else other than yourself. And when you think you know a lot about someone else, that's the danger sign. You're delusional. That means you're actually very delusional about that person. Because you can never know anyone else in this world better than yourself, and the sad truth is most people don't even know themselves. 99.99%. Elmer, as you said earlier, everyone is unique. Yeah. So the point here is this, not just that everybody is unique, but we need to understand and embrace the truth that everyone is unique. Most people can say, oh, everybody's unique, but in their life, the way they do, the way they behave, do not adhere to this at all. They do not treat people as unique. Until this truth sink in you, until it begins to govern the way you interact with people, okay, human is not unique to you. I'm sorry, most people do not see human as unique. Most people stereotype everything and everyone around them, including your own family. And therefore, they go upon certain stereotypes. That's why I refuse to be stereotyped. That's why I do not talk when people ask me, "Oh, where are you from?" All these things. I don't give any answer. There's no shortcut to understand who I am and what I am. Okay, you do it the hard way. You know me the hard way. So like a few days ago when I was streaming, someone in the cafe asked me where you're from. I say I'm some East Asian dude. Yeah, that's it. Why? Because I'm obviously East Asian. If I don't even look like this, I'll say something else. There's no shortcut. Don't ever try to stereotype me or frame me in a certain way. I refuse that kind of the shortcuts and stereotypes. Everybody is unique. There's no way, there's no shortcut you can take to knowing anyone. When that truth becomes a reality in your life, You start to see human beings as unique and beautiful. Now, everyone is so unique, so deep, so beautiful. Until you reach that point, everyone will be, he's just a this. That guy is probably like that, like that, like that. You look at a guy, before he say 2 words, you can map out his whole life. That kind of stereotyping, yeah? This the kind of thing that creates a lot of problem in the relationships with everyone. Saying that everyone is unique is cliche and everybody says it, but very few people embrace it as a reality, as a truth in their life which governs the way they interact with other people. Alphas, there is a saying human beings do not know their actual identity. It's not a saying, it's a truth. It's the truth. 99.9999999% of human beings don't know your actual identity. Even for me, I'm just trying to get closer and closer to my actual identity. I can't even say like I'm 100% I'm there yet, I think for those who are like 100% there, it's mukti. It's mukti. It's ready to go. Assumptions are often incorrect, Alma. No, assumptions are always wrong. Not often incorrect, but always wrong. Assumptions make an ass of you and me. That's what assume means. ASSUME. Make an ass of you and me. Assumptions make an ass of you and me. ASSSU me. Assume. No assumptions are correct. Not just assumptions are always wrong. Even educated research are always wrong because it's always one-dimensional. This is how little we still know about ourselves and the world around us. We're at the infancy of understanding what life is even about, This is why and how sacred all life is. So unique, No two cats are the same, no two dogs are the same, no two leaves are the same if you pay enough attention. No 2 days are exactly the same. The sun, for most people aren't even aware of it, but the sun comes up every day in a different position, Have you ever realized this or observed this before? You think every day the sun just rises. No. Every day the sun rises in a slightly different position. You realize this? You observed this before? Everything is so unique from moment to moment that the moment is sacred and unique and you will never come back again. This moment is absolute. The next moment is not. The previous moment is not, This is how, and that's why this moment, this now, is always the first gateway for most spiritual practice to enter into. And this is the whole basis of Eckhart Tolle's power of now. It's the whole basis of Zen Buddhism. You enter through the now, and then from there, the real world expands itself. Alphas, but yes, maybe I will know if I keep walking, knowing myself going deeper and deeper. That's the whole purpose of your 90 years on Earth, is to go deeper and deeper and deeper over the decades to know more and more about. Because when you know more and more about yourself, you know more and more about life. Why? Because in the end of the day, we are here to understand and know the reality of life. And you can do it simply by knowing more about yourself. So some of you always ask me, how do I get my universal knowledge? How do I know so many things without reading? I know everything about the world only simply through by knowing about myself. How does that work? Because you are a part of the world. You are a part of the world. If you study one part of an object, naturally you start to know what the rest of the object is about. We will never separate from nature. You want to know everything about this cosmos? Just go in and know about yourself. It works the same way. None of the guys on yesterday are on today. So I'm seeing a pattern, like there's two main groups of viewers, that alternate. This group on today, that group on tomorrow, that group on today. Very interesting. Alphas, we're all part of nature. Easy to say, just like everybody, this is very cliche. Everybody says, oh, we are part of nature. Oh, human beings are unique. But it's not part of their real reality and perception of life at all. These are just cliche sayings to them, just to sound smart. But these things do not govern the way they look at the world or interact with people, or it's not a reality in their life, just some kind of saying. Do not be stuck at the level of just some kind of saying. This is why there's so many enlightened monks and enlightened masters all throughout the centuries saying so many things. But how many lives can be changed? Because most people would see, there are people who are addicted to listening to spiritual things, and they listen to it all day long, but their life never changed. Why? They are stuck at the level of words and ideas, not personal adopted reality. Until these words and ideas become your reality, becomes the way you behave and interact and see the world and interact with people. All these things you know about, you could quote all the masters, sound really smart and sound spiritual, that's nothing. That's nothing in your life. And this is exactly what Jesus was trying to slam on the Pharisees back then. See, the Pharisees that talk spiritual things, but look at their life. It's not, those things they say are not a reality, and it's not expressed as a reality in their life, in the way they interact with people, the way they live their life, and the way they see the world at all. See, that's the problem. This is a problem that has been around for thousands of years. That people take spiritual truths as words. They say them just to look smart, was never adopted as part of that reality. And that creates a lot of problem. It's easy and cliche to say, oh, we're all part of nature. Oh, all humans are unique. But until it becomes the reality in you, in every cell of your body, that's how you live life, that's how you see the world, that's how you interact with people for real, without having to quote these cliche things, then these things are just cliches in your life, Always walk the walk. You can forget the talk, just walk the walk. That in the end, that's the whole point of a spiritual journey. You need to walk the walk, not talk the talk. The talk is cheap. Talk is very cheap when it comes to spirituality. Talk is super cheap, That's why sermons, and all the satsangs, all these things don't change many people's life. People becomes a spiritual consumer of this information, becomes nothing more than just information, It does nothing. In the end of the day, you have to walk the walk, and the walk is all that matters when it comes to a spiritual life. Nothing is not about talk. In fact, you live a much more spiritual life if you don't talk. If you shut the fuck up for 1 year without talking to nobody and just do your shit, you'll be much more spiritual than the pastor giving the sermon every single day. Yes. Because spiritual life is about the walk, not about the talk, Elma, too much talking, too much spiritual talking for thousands of years, too much talking, too little doing, too little walking, too little doing the journey. Everybody just sitting there watching soccer but never once playing soccer, isn't it? So many people, they spend weekends and hours every day sitting at home watching soccer but never once played soccer. This is the same thing we're seeing when it comes to the spiritual journey. Everybody listening to sermons, listening to satsangs, listening to this and that spiritual teacher, but never once do anything spiritual. No practice. Just like a soccer fan, just like a UFC's fan. Just all watch, all talk, no practice. In the end of the day, all you're doing is watching soccer. Doesn't make you any better of a soccer player, isn't it? So if all you do all day is listening to spiritual talk, it doesn't make you any more spiritual. Too much talking. Thousands of years of talking. Thousands of years of talking about the same thing, but how many people actually assimilate? How many people actually get it? If you compare all the sayings from Jesus to Hinduism to Taoism to Buddhism, they're all talking about the same thing. Same fucking thing. Rented on for thousands of years. How many people got it? The talk is cheap. The talk is very cheap. So that's why I keep saying, if one day I become a spiritual teacher, my core message is just this: stop reading, stop watching, and go out there and do it. Go out there and experience life. Stop reading about life. Stop listening about life. Stop watching about life. Go out there and fucking live life. That's my core message. If one day I become a spiritual teacher, this would be my core message. This is the message that is sorely needed, which is sorely missed in all spiritual teachings over the past thousands of years. But of course, I only realized this only because there has been thousands of years of talking and pretty much achieving nothing. Okay? Yeah. Really, And I even made a video about this, remember? That if one day I become a spiritual teacher, my core message is just this, Get your ass off your couch and just go out there. Start living a life. Stop reading about life. Stop reading about apple, just eat the apple. Stop watching soccer, just play soccer. Stop watching NBA, just play basketball. Is it that hard? Stop reading about country, just go to that country. Why is it that hard? Okay. So nobody's talking much now. Let's take a look at the weather. If the weather is good, I'll go out for lunch. If the weather is bad, I'll order a takeout, and today I'll be pretty much all day at home. Is it still raining? Oh, whoa, it's still raining, and it's actually quite heavy. You can't see on camera this kind of rain. But this kind of rain that will get your hair all wet within 3 minutes. Oh well. It's Yemek Sepeti Day then. Yemek Sepeti is the food delivery service here in Istanbul. There's a few. I use Yemek Sepeti. I'm not endorsing them, by the way. I'm just mentioning. Okay, I'm not endorsing Yemek Sepeti. I'm not marketing for them. Alpha is absolutely correct experiences. If everybody can, if everybody just embrace this simple truth, there will be no more couch warriors and couch haters, making the world so much more terrible a place for some people. Sit at home, reading Google, thinking they know everything about the world, and then start slamming their wrong and one-dimensional ideas around on internet, and then creating friction and hate. If everybody embraces this simple truth, there will be no keyboard warriors in this world, right or not? It goes to show that thousands of years of spiritual teaching has all gone to the wind. Talk is cheap. The talk does nothing. What time is it there right now? I gotta check. 11:43 a.m. in Turkey. Almost 12 noon. Should be about 3 or 4 p.m. in India right now, yeah? Not 3 or 4, maybe 3 p.m. in India? India Standard Time, IST? I forgot. Oh, 2:15. Oh, okay. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Kisha, is food delivery fast in Istanbul? Oh, very fast. Very fast. Because you can choose which restaurant to order from. So if you can order from a restaurant that's close, it's very fast. 5-10 minutes is at your home already. And you can pay in so many ways. You can pay cash, you can pay online, you can pay by card at the door. Yeah, you can pay in so many ways. In a way, in my experience, food delivery in here in Istanbul is actually faster, on the average faster than back in Korea. Actually, that's my own subjective experience. Yeah, I've not taken actual times and compare. But my own subjective experience, I feel like the food delivery here in Istanbul is actually faster than back in Seoul. Yeah. 229 in Nepal. Oh, interesting. So 11:45 here in Turkey. I wonder if Turkey uses a single time, because Turkey actually spans at least 2 time zones, I think. Or Elma, 2:45 a.m. in Houston. Man, gotta get some sleep. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. See, if nobody's talking nothing, then we'll end. Any final words? If there's no final words, then yep, this has, for those of you who are new to my live stream, this is a live stream. We're here in Istanbul. Yes, I'm here in Istanbul. Been living here for 1 year and 3 months so far. Every morning here in Istanbul, I go to a different location of cafe, show you guys something about Istanbul, and then grab a coffee and talk about anything and everything about life. So if you like my live stream, do join me every 10:30 a.m. Turkish time, and you can help me by clicking the like button. And if you would like to support my live stream further, you can go to the comment section, click on the S button to drop me a tip, right? So let's see, stay safe and stay sane. Yep, have a good day, and yep, have a good day, everybody. 안녕.